Hello and welcome to another World of Tanks video with me, Sir 10 Death. I'm doing another subscriber replay today, this time featuring my good friend Fwaffy. He has featured before on my channel as part of a platoon with myself and a KV1 a few months back, and more recently a couple of weeks ago when his SU-152 carried the gameplay, and this time he's having a run out in his Jagdtiger, which he's just rebought. He rebought it because the tier 9s are discounted at the minute over the Christmas period. And he openly told me when he had this a year or two ago he didn't really like it, but he wanted a hard-hitting tier 9 TD, so he's decided to rebuy the Jagdtiger, and he's got himself quite a nice matchup here. He's on the Fjords map, and it's a tier 9 TD in a tier 9 game, so he's got hopefully some things he can go and he can work with and shoot quite well. So he's spawning here then at the sort of the east side of the map, and there are one or two choices when you're playing a TD on this map, but he's going to go to one of the positions which I favour myself, as long as you're in a TD that has got reasonable camo. Now the Jagdtiger is not renowned for its camo, but Fwaffy has got himself a good crew in this vehicle and who are well trained in the camo, which helps an awful lot. First thing he's doing is actually quite a clever thing. Those big Japanese super heavy tanks want to get off there and probably fight at that sort of J5 corner where the heavies always go to, and he doesn't want to get in their way, he doesn't want to cause any problems for them. He wants to kind of help them on their merry old journey and let them start to engage the enemy first, because really with TDs you don't really want to be pushing the front line, but he is however going to give this guy a little bit of a shove along to help him on his journey. Kind old Fwaffy, here he goes. So rather than actually trying to do what a lot of players would have done and try to push or shove to get somewhere first, and really just that means he gets shot first, he's just going and helping others to get to where they need to be. So he's heading along here through the centre of the sort of town area, and you'll see where he's going to park up, which is a wonderful spot if you don't know about it for TDs, as long as you're able to back up quickly when you get spotted. For the second time he's actually realised that this big Japanese super heavy's come down this way, and he doesn't want to get into a pushing contest with it, so he's just going to let him go on his merry old travels. That Oho is going off to join the Type 4. So this last sort of building on the right has got a bunch of bushes, and if you sit far enough back from them, more than 15 metres back from the bushes, they give you a lovely bit of camouflage. You don't get seen and you're looking straight through that gap in those two hills. So he's just going to sit there, set up shop and see what pops up in front of him, because you can guarantee 9 times out of 10 somebody, there we go, he spotted a WZ-111G TD and he's bounced on it. That's got quite good frontal armour, but he knows he's been spotted there, and straight away Fwaffy knows he hasn't been spotted himself. He's now got a Ferdinand coming towards him. Ferdinand's got a nice flat front panel on there, puts a big hit straight to the front of that and takes a slice off that Ferdinand's health. Now both of these guys know they've been shot. The WZ still sat there. Fwaffy's going to put one through him now. She's now done 2 shots, 1100 damage done. The Ferdinand's now turned to face somebody else. He's got his side, he's been tracked. This is easy pickings for a tank like the Jagdtiger. First kill of the game, there we go. So he's up and running. The team are actually losing 3-1-4-1 now, but Fwaffy's got that one kill and done himself 1300 damage already, and he's looking for more targets. Who else is going to come this way and feel the wrath of his mighty Jagdtiger cannon? And he still hasn't been spotted at this point either. So now he's got a Mauschen, a big tier 9 super heavy German tank, heavily armoured, which is giving him the side of the turret. Oh, thanks very much, Mauschen. Have one of those for your trouble. So he puts a big shot through that, and he still hasn't been spotted. And that Mauschen is still very much focused on that FV-4202 up to his right, and he's prepared to take shots from this Jagdtiger to actually try and get a cheap kill for himself. It does boggle the mind sometimes the way some players play this game. He's now lost near enough 3/4 of his hit points, most of them to Fwaffy, and he's about to lose his tank and his game. And here it comes. There we go. He's out of the game now, largely because he tunnel visioned. Now Fwaffy's finally been spotted. Sixth sense has gone off. He's been seen and he's done the right thing. The moment that light goes on, he's backing up. He knows that there are TDs down there. That WZ-111 can hurt the front of a Jagdtiger, particularly if he gets the lower plate. The team are still losing 6-3. It's still looking pretty grim, but he's just backing up and biding his time and waiting to see what's going to come in front of him, rather than sitting in the same spot and inviting somebody to flank him. Because one of the drawbacks of the Jagdtiger is it's not the most manoeuvrable thing. It's a big, slow, lumbering beast, very damaging gun and very good frontal armour except for the lower plate. But you really don't want to get flanked. So there's a who we got down there? It's a heavy tank powered up. An Emil has popped up at the far end down there, and so has a Mauerbrecher. The latest entry into the game has turned up there. Now, Mauerbrecher, he can see side on, but he just can't get shots on him because he's gone behind the building. And again, he's been spotted. So, for the second time, he's just backing up and not engaging play, but he also wants to really help his team out. They're losing 8-4 here, and he is top tier. He's got to try and do something. He's done more than his share already so far. He's done quite a lot of damage, but he really needs to help out this T-34 that's up here. They're now losing 10-5. It's all going very wrong. Can Fwaffy do anything to help his team out? He's trying to do his best. He really wants to hurt this Mauerbrecher to help the team a little bit. He's been spotted. He's got the back, but it's angled, and he's bounced. He's bounced on the rear engine deck of the Mauerbrecher. The Mauerbrecher's now put a big shot through that lower plate of his. Oh, things are looking bad. Things are looking like they're going to go very wrong. What can Fwaffy do to help his teammate out here? And that's the T-34. He's gone. So Fwaffy's on his own here now, but the Mauerbrecher's given him his side, and he's bounced his shot, so Fwaffy will give him something to play with. And that Mauerbrecher is going to sit there. He's going to bank on the fact that somebody's told him his armour is great. It is, to some extent, but not if you give a whole flat side to a tier 9 TD. And he's going to do it again. He's going to sit there. He's going to sit there. He's going to try and back up. Oh, he got away. He got away. So Fwaffy's still got a little over half his hit points left. The team are catching up a bit. It's 9-11 now. He sees these T-34-3. He was going to try to flank him, but he saw it coming. Finished him off. And all of a sudden, the scores are a whole lot closer. 10-11. And Fwaffy's now done over 4,000 damage. He's been tracked by the Mauerbrecher, but that's not too worrying because he's very much focused on getting rid of this guy. It's 10-12 now. All he has left for company is a 122.54 and a Scorpion G. He's finished off the Mauerbrecher, so it's now 11-12. But he could easily be surrounded here because the last known position of those enemies were to his left, to his right, and in front of him. He could be taken from any sides here. So he's rather than sitting still, he's going to be proactive. They've just lost the 122.54, so there's now only Fwaffy and the Scorpion G left. And the Scorpion G, although he's done okay, he hasn't left that traditional TD sniping spot that's over on that peninsula on the far east. Although he has just finished off the WZ. Fwaffy puts a big shot into the Emil, and he's asking for help because he knows that basically he's got the Scorpion G and he's got the Emil coming towards him, and we don't know where that T-34 went that was behind him. So he's backing up now into this lower ground. What he's trying to do here is very clever. He's doing proxy spotting. He's basically, for those that don't know, if you stay within 50 meters of an enemy tank, you spot them even if you can't have a direct line of sight to them. You sense their presence using the force. Not really. You would probably hear their engines and see a cloud of smoke and things, really. But so he's keeping them spotted for that Scorpion, and the Scorpion is doing something. And Fwaffy's trying to also just be a threat. He's trying to create a bottleneck, so if they're going to drive in front of him, both of these tanks are on a one-shot kill for a Jagdtiger. So neither one of them wants to go and drive in front of this big gun. So he's just backing up now so they don't know where he is. If he drops more than 50 meters away, he'll drop off their radar, but they'll also drop off his. And hopefully he's going to try and lull one of them into coming out and having a look. So he's just pre-aiming here. Who's going to come and peek around this corner to see where I've gone to? That's what he's thinking to himself. But he's also thinking, I've got to keep them spotted for the Scorpion. Can I light them up, and can the Scorpion help me out here? Now this is very much looking like a stalemate. He's done more than his fair share. He's done over 5,000 damage. And he really needs the Scorpion to support him here, because he can't engage both of these at the same time. That would be ridiculous. So he's going far enough away so they don't know where he is. And they're going to have a look. Now, the T-34 has now just tracked him. Sorry, yeah, T-30. Now just tracked him. And has been spotted in the process, and he's at the far side of the town. He's gone full circle on the far side of the town, so he now at least knows there's nobody behind him, which is probably why that bat shot is desperately telling him to go back, go back. Well, Jagdtiger's not the most manoeuvrable thing in the world, so he's just trying to, come on, have a look around the corner. Oh, there you go. The Emil makes a move, tries to rush through that gap. The Scorpion realises the Jagdtiger's just shot and can have time to pop out, to take aim, put a shot into him. But at the same time, the Scorpion G's finished off the T-30. There's now just that Scorpion G left, and then he kind of YOLOs. He just goes for it. He comes and parks in front of the Jagdtiger. All in all, Fwaffy's done just under 6,000 damage. Ridiculously high amount of damage. And turned the game around. He's got himself his Ace Tanker, his Mastery Awards. He'll be very pleased with that. He's got some lovely, pretty stripes on his barrel, and he's only rebought this 2 days ago. He got himself the Top Gun Award and the High Caliber Award. Pulled himself in 65,000 credits, we'll call it, 3,000 XP, and a couple of those pretty little tokens and things. And he was delighted with this gameplay. Thank you very much for sending it in, Fwaffy. It's a really, really good example of what the Jagdtiger can do when you play it correctly, which you certainly did, my friend, in this game. Very well played, very well deserved awards, and I hope that a lot of people can learn from your experience. Thanks very much. Thanks to everybody else for watching. Please do share and subscribe. Cheers. Goodbye.